Yeah.
I'd rather see it not bleed.
I got to admit, after I know I'm going to retire in 3 years from radio, but I think I would do a year on satellite radio because I would just like to do a year where I could say whatever I wanted.
Without the bleeps.
Without the bleeps. The friggin' bleeps. I might do a year. I might do a year.
F you. See you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
And F you. Shiznizzle, whatever I'm saying.
1 year straight of the F word. Just to get to do it.
You don't have to say, I pleasured myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually talk about what you did.
You talk like an adult.
I pleased myself. My schnizzle.
Yeah.
I penis coladed myself.
Yeah.
I made a penis colada.
Yeah. The guy who hits the button, Dead Air Dump, or whatever his name is, Dead Air Dave. Yeah, we pass each other in the halls now. We barely grunt at each other.
I know. I don't even know whether to speak to him or not. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. Real bad.
But, I mean, I don't even know what he's doing with his life.
I do, because I read everything he dumps. But
is that a life? I mean, your legacy in life is that you sat and pushed a button on somebody.
He's a good dude. He's caught up in something bad. But I know when he passes me in the hall, I think he figured out that if you stay away from me, the less I'll talk about it.
Yeah, I hardly ever see him. He hides, I think.
He's smart.
I was going to say, it's a shame, because he is a really nice guy.
Yeah, a lot of people who do bad things are nice people. You know what I mean? Like, you meet them and you go...
Look at the people who live next door to The Sopranos.
Look at O.J.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you've ever met O.J., which I have on many occasions, I went to a wedding with him. And the guy is absolutely charming. But,
Look at Don King. Now, you've heard many bad things about him.
Yeah, but when you get in a room with the guy, all you want to do is hang with him. It's fun. Yeah. Saddam Hussein looks like a stereo salesman I bought from the other day.
He's probably a riot.
Yeah. I hear Saddam Hussein gives wonderful Christmas gifts. Someone told me Dead Air Dave is depressed because he got dumped by his girlfriend. I was like, good.
Yeah, well, she knows. Why be there?
I paid her. Because she heard that he was censoring my show, and she dumped him.
He's a loser.
He's having some girlfriend issues.
Is he?
I know. Well, yeah.
You know what? I love that she hit the dump button on him.
Yeah. Now he knows how it feels.
Now you know how it feels, dude.
You got to go back in the smoking room every once in a while. You get the gossip.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Dead Air Dave smokes?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Me, him, and Scott having a lot of fun conversations.
What a group. You want to join that group?
I think I look better than Peter Gabriel. I heard your girlfriend dumped you.
Yeah, that's really rough.
I lost a house in the...
Really? She dumped me. I'm very sad.
You'll get over it, buddy. Believe me. Let's settle. The opportunity for new romance must be very exciting.
You'll find it at too many fish in the sea.
When I was single for 3 minutes, the women loved me.
You know what goes on a lot in the smoking room is like we tell each other we're losing weight.
Do you?
You're looking really svelte.
Yeah, you look at that. You drop a couple? Yeah, I dropped it. You look at that.
The next thing I have to do is quit smoking, but I don't want to miss these scintillating conversations.
Yeah, what will he do if he ever gives up cigarettes?
I'll just walk in the smoking room and talk to Artie and Dead Air Dave. So, guys, I've taken up the practice of eating no carbs. How about you?
So you're back in the smoking room sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I'm back there, and Scott will be in there, and I'll be in there, and we'll just stare at each other in silence for like 60 seconds, and then Scott will go, yeah.
Nicotine.
Mets and pitches and catches report next Wednesday. we talk about nothing.
Yeah. Gee, Gary, you look like you lost some weight. What do you think how I look? Yeah, you think I should go on a Federer like David Wells?
Yeah, you're not having those deep, meaningful conversations, by the way.
And then there's a whole bunch of people in there that you wouldn't usually not even talk to.
How's my ass look in these pants?
Flat as usual.
Flat like my head. I think I can go down a size. Don't you think? I haven't had sex in 6 years. I'm like a monk. I'm so well behaved for a man under pressure. Hey, look, I grew a hair last night on top of my barren head.
Yeah, I think my hair's coming back.
It's popped out. It's all the smoke. Look like the grass on a sidewalk.
Dead Air Dave's girlfriend gone?
That seems to be because I think I got like one conversation once in a smoking room about that. You know, just it started out with women in general.
Women are bad. Let's go to...
But I think he's pretty... I hear he's pretty bummed.
Nah. He'll find someone else. He's a really hot guy. He should have no problem. He's a regular Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure if he hits the bars, the women will be all over him.
Yeah. I'm really not that... Oh, there's dead air, Dave. All right, what happened? See, you dump me and your girlfriend dumps you. There's symmetry in that. There's poetry in it.
You got to make me sound like this big tool.
Well, you are. Well, that's your job, anyway.
Well, the job is a tool. I'm not
I like you personally, but are you walking around ignoring me because you're just thinking the less contact with me, the better, or your girlfriend dumped you and you're in a serious depression?
No, I'm not in a depression.
Is he?
I mean, I think you are a little bit.
No, it's been about a month. I'm moving on. Whatever.
Right. Got any dates?
She's a bitch. Who cares?
Yeah.
That's it. Like he's moved on.
That's it. Howard, we did have one discussion where he's going through the 5 stages.
Of,
first it was like, depression, but now he's in the anger stage, definitely. We did have that discussion.
I hear you got a date with Scott in the smoking room today.
He's hot.
Let's talk about it. Let's get it off our chests.
You know, what am I supposed to say to you in the halls?
Hello?
I do. I say, hey, Howard.
No,
you just look at me. You scowl at me.
You disintegrated to, like, a scowl. I always say hi to you, man, despite the fact that I hate what you do for a living.
Who doesn't?
I have nothing against you personally.
But you wouldn't want to have a beer.
No.
He might drown you in that beer.
Yeah.
He was drinking.
It might hurt you.
That'll help. Watch me start small talk, and then you go and talk crap about it.
That's true.
Yeah, I know these things.
So why'd your girlfriend dump you? Was she cheating on you?
No, she's young.
How young?
Didn't work out.
12.
18.
Yeah. Was she really 18?
Yeah.
Nice.
How old are you?
How old are you?
27.
What are you doing with an 18-year-old?
Why, is that wrong?
I just figure, an 18-year-old's not looking for, a 27-year-old guy who sits in a dark room.
I was deluded.
Hitting a button. Well, you want to know something? It's fun to date an 18-year-old, but it's never going to last.
In the beginning, I had the right idea in the beginning. I was just banging her.
Right. She needs to date.
Right.
Yeah, so how did you get
caught up? She needs to grow up.
Oh, you were banging her and then you fell in love?
Yeah.
We're guys. We're stupid.
I know. Okay, I'm with you on that.
Can't get serious there.
See, I feel bad for Dave because he sort of sold his soul for the job because, nobody wanted the job. So the way Tom gave it to him was he does the job and he gets like 4 air shifts a week.
I banged a 21-year-old.
Nice.
When I first got separated. I didn't know.
Yeah, but you didn't fall in love with her.
No, she was hot, but I was like, hey, I didn't know you were this young. I thought she was older.
You must have had a ton of fun. If only we could find out the names.
You hit the button on
start talking about it.
You would hit the button. I would start to get graphic.
Yeah.
30 million people want to know.
You'd be all over it. Nobody'd hear a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd bleep every other word.
Yeah. I love to hit the button.
I met a chick, and, we were hanging out. She's a really cool chick, too, I, had a real mature look.
She seemed, she seemed mature in the way she spoke and everything?
Yeah. She had a totally cool job and everything, and, we were, hanging out a couple of times, and then, we got together, and we banged, and then I just said, how old are you? She went 21, and then went, oy vey. I was whatever age, 46 at the time.
Well, what would have been acceptable?
You know what? It's not that it's against the law or something.
No, I mean, in your mind.
In my mind, I was at, the 25. Okay.
4 crummy years?
Well, those 4 crummy years make a big difference in someone's development.
He did bend the rules until he banged her.
Right. I didn't know when I banged her. I was I felt...
You know what was really funny about that story? You didn't bother to ask until after.
All right, here's the
question.
It
never occurred to me.
Here's the question.
Yeah, then you start thinking after you banged.
Yeah. Boy, was she hot, and boy, was she great.
Here's the question. You get in bed with her, right? First time, you get in bed with her. You guys are naked.
You guys know her, too.
Yeah.
You guys don't. It's no one you'd guess.
No, you guys are naked, right? You're in bed. You haven't had sex before. And it's just in passing, she mentioned she's 21. Do you stop?
No.
No.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Not in the middle.
It didn't matter until after.
Okay, let's cut through the BS. It's clearly Christina Aguilera. Where did you meet her?
All right, no big deal. By the way, they got a shot of her in the Inquirer without the makeup.
She looks like a little girl.
Little girl. Like, see, she was in a car accident. Maron.
Doesn't look like Christina.
Maron. She's got a couple pounds there.
Yeah.
She put on a
It was
What?
very
She put on
round.
pounds?
Oh, yeah.
Where?
Yeah, her belly.
But doesn't she do it really quick? You'll see her 1 week, and
Yeah.
she looks good enough to be in the video.
Yeah.
And then a week later, she's all out of shape.
Well, it's confusing, but she's out of shape now.
Junk in the trunk.
There's a lot of junk in the trunk and the belly fat.
There's junk all over.
But see, she's really young because she doesn't know. You remember at that age?
She's starting to look like Artie.
Yeah, that's when a chick makes you say Maron, that's not good.
I know.
You know what? Artie pre-wart removal, because she's got that little thing in her nose.
Yeah, like Artie's got that Band-Aid on his nose and Christina's got that nose piercing.
But she's at that age where she's experimented with drinking so much from all the articles she reads. She's always drinking and stuff and puts on weight.
Yeah. Hey, so going back to your girlfriend.
Why?
Yeah, let's get back to that.
Like, so did she just come to you and say, I can't do this anymore?
Kinda. It's complicated. Who cares?
I do.
Why?
We want to hear how it ended, bloody and everything.
Was there another guy or was it just over?
There probably was. I don't know. It was just whatever.
Dave, tell the whole
6 months.
Dave, tell the whole story. How when it started.
Was she embarrassed by your job that you hit the button on me?
No.
That's what I think it was. She's like, I want a guy.
She knew that going into it.
I don't want a guy who's a censor.
Right. What do you tell your friends your boyfriend does?
Well, you kidding me? That's probably Dave's rap. He's like, who do you think protects children's ears from Howard's wrath?
Was she hot?
Yeah, she was hot.
Yeah. How'd you get her off after the request line? You son of a gun.
18-year-old.
You know, I never...
College. She's a smart chick. She just got a lot to learn.
No, but wait a second. Howard asked, how did you meet her?
Off the request line.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's the best.
What am I going to
tell you
make up some story that's so ridiculous and unbelievable?
I got married so young I never had the opportunity to pick up chicks off the request line. It used to drive me crazy. Every little radio station I worked at, there were chicks coming and going.
She basically called for like 2-3 years, and, I wasn't going to do anything underage. Come on.
So you knew she was... Oh, you waited till she got 18.
Well, she's like, hey,
smart man.
I'm 18. I'm going to be going to college in the city. Come on.
Bingo.
Why
Right.
not?
Wow.
Because girls call up for...
What's going on at the time?
They call up during request hours.
Yeah.
She goes, I request you, Dead Air Dave. What do you mean you request me? There's no song called Me. No, you.
I want you.
So when you meet a chick off the request line, like...
How did this morning start like this?
Did you... No, because I know tons of guys would do it. It's no big deal. No shame in it. I would do it.
Right.
I mean, in a sense, I've done it. I've had sex with people I met on the show. So,
Howard, we worked with a guy at NBC. I don't know if I ever told you this. We worked with a guy at NBC. He used to produce one of the shows. And he was not the best-looking guy in the world. And he was, once a week, he would tell me, he met a girl on the request lines, and he would tell them, meet me in Penn Station, and they would tell him what he was wearing, what she was wearing, and he'd go there, and if she was ugly, he'd just leave.
Oh.
He would just look at her. He would just leave.
This is not something I do. All the time.
Right.
It's just
It's something you're going to be doing.
Yeah, I think you'll be doing it that way with her.
Find your next girlfriend.
I actually had a date with a very nice chick Sunday night. So
How'd you meet her?
not off the request line.
How'd you meet her setup?
Actually, a friend's birthday party Friday night.
She met you and then said, hey, I want to go out with you?
Yeah, and she's like my age and a professional. Like maybe that would be a good thing.
She's age appropriate.
A student.
Is she your cousin?
I'll never forget the first thing she said to me. Can you play Hoobastank?
So, like, what happened? She called you.
She called for 3 years.
And she was calling you for 3 years. Did you ever see her picture and stuff before you went with her?
She emailed it.
Oh.
Naked or dressed?
I'm going to get so many phone calls.
Right. So, was it naked or dressed?
Dressed.
Good.
Come on. She was underage.
Bikini
Underage.
stuff or anything like that?
No. Just like pictures of her sitting in her computer.
All right. So, then, like, when she calls up and says she's 18.
Sound like the biggest tool.
Yeah, but come on, keep
She
going.
started emailing you when she was 15.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, like, when she turned, you were patient, and then when she turned 18, did you card her before you banged her?
Or did you bang her on her birthday?
Dave had a farm system.
Yeah. How many 15-year-olds are you grooming now?
What else are you going to do from 2 to 6 in the morning?
You know, the FCC's got it right. You should keep your kids away from the radio.
Right.
But not from my show, from the request line.
No kidding.
Slimy DJ.
Yeah, goddamn. That's where the problem is. It's those music shows.
What other little tomatoes have you got on the vine?
I got
Caller 92.
I got a young right-hander in AA right now.
Yeah, I'm dating caller 92.
Did you meet a parent?
No. Well, that was one of the issues. She never told her parents I
Of
existed.
course. She was ashamed.
What are you going to do?
White chick?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, again, you are kind of Indian looking. Whatever you are. I still don't know what you are.
My parents are Indian.
Oh, that's right.
Well, that's why he would look Indian.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So when I do that accent, I'm accurate.
Right, but I was born and raised here.
All right, easy does. I'm sure your parents sound...
I'm an American of Indian origin.
But your parents sound like, hello, Dave. Dave.
Yeah, exactly like that.
They call you Dad or Dave, too, huh?
This dude could pass for Al-Qaeda.
Thanks, Fred. Kick in with the friggin' music.
Caller 96 was a much better catch for you.
You know, the theme of it is... his father isn't Ravi Shankar.
We are proud Indians. I will pick the girl appropriate for you to marry. You will marry girl number 102nd.
No more request line.
So what was it? She was a white chick. She was afraid her parents would be upset you were an Indian?
I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah. But anyway, so...
You care.
Apparently that means yes when he...
You look a little like Martin Bashir, that guy for the Michael Jackson interview. Did anybody tell you that?
No.
It's true.
You look like Salman Rushdie.
Salman Rushdie's got a hot chick.
I know.
Yeah.
But he writes books.
I'm Salman Rushdie. I was named after a fish. I'm a salmon.
I don't know who would care about my life, but I think it's actually, like, I'm actually thinking of writing a book.
All right. Excellent.
Oh, good. You'll have something to read.
I'll read it over and over.
Do you have trouble getting cabs?
I'll buy 1,000 copies.
Do you have trouble getting cabs?
No.
All right.
Well,
anyway.
why would he have trouble?
Because he's so dark.
Have you dealt with any weird stuff since 9/11, even though you were born in this country?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Like what sort of stuff?
There was one incredibly racist incident in a bar in the East Village.
What happened?
We got into a fight. I was with a bunch of friends, and of course it starts with the Yanks and the Mets. You know, we're like Yankee fans, they're Mets fans, and then suddenly they get all racist. They're Irish, and they start attacking me.
Saying you're what, Al-Qaeda?
Yeah, this bitch starts screaming at me like, oh, you look like Osama bin Laden. I'm like, what the? You know, I'm just drinking. It's 4 in the morning. You know, who cares?
Hey, we don't know who you are.
So my friend gets all up in this guy's face, and then the bouncers had to separate us.
Wow.
It's like the first bar fight I've ever been in.
Cool.
I didn't know Indians fought.
You can put that in your book.
Ridiculous.
Chapter 14. Today I dumped the F word on Howard.
And then I used it in the bar in my fight.
Yeah. You know, Gandhi didn't fight. You shouldn't fight.
That's right.
But
You got to defend.
Dave's a guy with some bad luck. You know, he got run over by a cab.
I got hit by a cab in December. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that was fun.
What happened? The guy ran a red light?
Yeah, I was crossing. Well, actually, he had the right of way, too, but you're supposed to, slow down when you see someone walking. I'm crossing the street, he made a left, and boom, I just didn't see it coming, and I'm usually pretty aware.
He doesn't have the right of way if there's a walk sign on.
Yeah, well, they're supposed to slow down. He didn't slow down. There's a witness that said he was going at least 15 or 20 miles an hour.
And did his tires like run over you?
No, I went flying off the bumper. Basically, it hit my right side, and I landed like on my ass on the left side. And I was lucky.
Dude,
you split my head open.
Isn't it embarrassing though after like you get hit, like everyone's looking at you? I got to tell you something happened to me yesterday. I was downtown looking for some furniture. Someone told me about this. It's kind of like a chair, but it looks almost like a what do you call it? A hammock kind of thing. So I go down to see it, and Beth came with me, and she sits in it, and it was like comfortable. And then the woman moved it. And then I sit in it, and the whole thing crashed onto the floor. The whole thing pulled off. I thought I was...
fell on the floor in the store?
Yeah. And I was laughing so hard.
Did you break it, or it just got... No,
I could have sued if I wanted to. I mean, like, you can't just... And, like, the woman was like... It was weird, though. The woman didn't apologize. She was like, I'm going to send you an invoice and bill you. I went... You're going to send me an invoice and bill me?
She immediately went on the attack.
I go, honey.
Hal, when Fat Gwyneth sits on the chair.
Yeah, it's just like that. It was the weirdest thing that ever happened to me before.
That's happened to me before.
So embarrassing, too, because I was laughing, but meanwhile, I didn't really want to laugh, but I figured, well, how could I look good here?
Was the store crowded?
No, it was empty, actually.
Oh,
Thank
good.
God.
People looking at it.
There's only about 4 people who saw it. And my girlfriend was laughing. I go, how could you? She goes, well, I checked to see if you were right. Then I laughed. I go, no, you didn't. You laughed right away.
That's something you laugh at first and check later.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
That's funny.
You don't want to be falling in that hammock in front of your chick.
That's not good.
Well, it turned out they didn't bolt it to the wall properly.
Well, never mind. I won't even say anything.
Sue him.
What, Robin?
Nothing.
Because they moved it, and it was supposed to be on a flat wall, and the hook that it hung on was on a curved wall, and that it caused it to break.
But when Beth got in it and out of it.
Yeah, but they moved it.
After she got out of it?
Yeah, and they said the hook evidently had too much tension on it, because if you move it, How can I describe it?
Oh, you don't need this chair, is what you don't need.
No. I'll mount it properly.
Oh, please.
Please. I'll mount you properly.
He'll be falling all over.
You know what? So what? So, go back to picking up chicks from the request line.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, Dave's in here. Let's start saying stuff.
Yeah, Dave. What are you doing? What happened?
No, he's got to run on the button.
Go back to the button.
Why, did I say something weird?
No.
No, so don't worry. I'll be cool.
Because I already said that Dave's in here. Let's start saying stuff. So he got nervous.
In that case, you are.
Is Artie doing your show separate from mine? Because I don't even hear that stuff. I'm busy talking about falling off a chair. I didn't even catch it.
I heard him say it, but it was so obviously a joke. Dead Air Dave's running out.
Oh, that's why you got upset?
No, I figured...
Anyway, just
upset.
Help me out with this. Just run me through it. So the chick turns 18. Yeah. Talk to me like a guy for once.
Yeah.
Chick turns 18.
Took her to dinner.
So what happened? You called her like you had her number already?
Yeah.
And you said, hey, according to my calendar here, you're 18. Time for us to meet.
There was a timer that went off in his computer.
I crossed out the days.
Had you ever met her before? Had she ever come down to the station?
No.
Did you ever send her your photo, or was this the first time you were meeting her?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Email.
Howard, don't you have a counter just like that for the Olsen twins?
Yeah, I've got a countdown calendar.
Well, there's
Where is that?
you can put in your computer, and the computer will alert you on that day.
Yeah, well, I got a special calendar. What's the, how many hours till the Olsen twins turn 18? Is it gone?
Yeah, it was over on that side.
How could you lose such an important piece of information?
Gone.
It's gone?
Somebody else needed it more.
I think Dead Air Dave stole it.
I'm counting down and...
All right, so just run me through this because I do have to take a break. So you...
Basically, where do you take her to dinner? Like somewhere nice? Yeah.
Isn't that kind of a waste on an 18-year-old? They don't know good food.
Yeah, she can go to McDonald's.
That was one of the things. She really didn't know how to say thank you and appreciate things. Like, she's totally been spoiled her whole life, you could tell.
Right. So, was she a rich kid?
Yeah.
Blonde?
Brunette.
But beautiful.
Yeah.
Great body. Got a picture?
18, come on.
Can I take a look?
Not with me, no.
Jewess?
They're hidden in a box.
Jewess?
No, Catholic.
Catholic?
Yeah.
I'll have to find one of those here in New York.
Are you kidding? With all these Roman Catholic churches?
I don't know. Everybody seems to be a Jew.
You're just not looking in the right places.
Yeah, boy, you found a Catholic chick?
So anyway, you take her out to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And is she like all over you because you're a DJ?
I guess that might have been part of it.
Was she kind of like, hey, I've been listening to you for years, and is that like how's it go?
Was that all the talk? Everything's about radio.
Were you there, Howard?
I remember when you played your first POD record.
That's a good one. I don't know. It just happened, What are you going to do?
First night?
Yeah.
You guys looked up first night?
Yeah.
I got to tell you, when you talk up a record, it's so awesome.
The way you hit the post.
Will you play something for me tonight?
Was she considering going into radio?
No, well, I think she wants to be an actress or something.
Oh.
That or medicine.
Did she ask you about me?
Not really, no.
I don't believe that.
What would she ask?
I don't know. What's Howard like?
Have you ever met him?
I guess, yeah. Well, everyone asks, have you ever met him? But,
he's like, no, it wasn't pleasant.
He's not going to talk to me. He doesn't want to go have a beer.
I don't.
That, you lost him his girlfriend. She kept waiting for you to show up.
If I knew that would have kept her in the game for another month, I would have gone.
I thought it was pretty impressive at Clausfest. She's standing on the side of the stage. I go on with Stuttering John to introduce Ozzy. I mean, if you can't impress a chick with that, then screw her.
So then the point is, you did impress her. But the thing is, it wore off. She started to know the man.
Gets old.
And she started to realize, hey, you know what? It's no big deal to date a radio guy.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? A real radio guy would be impressive to date.
Well, Dave does have an air shift.
At night.
What, just because I sit in a room in front of 3 buttons?
She's not awake when
it's a dead-end job.
To an 18-year-old, the fact that he's even on the radio is a major accomplishment. But once she started dating him, she's like, hey, this guy, he's a tool. I'm not going to go out with him, or whatever she thought. Not that you're a tool, but...
I'm simply saying she got up and she realized that the real guys are on during the daylight hour.
At Clausfest, she got to see, like, Kane and stuff.
Yeah. And she was like, you know what? I'm going to try and date a guy with an afternoon shift.
Yeah, you can't bring her to stuff like that.
Actually, you shouldn't take her to, like, Ozfest or the Dysfunctional Family Picnic because...
Yeah, she's going to see.
She sees guys like Tabby going out and introducing bigger acts.
It's like a guy in the Devil Race taking a chick to a Yankee game.
Right.
She's going to trade up.
To a Devil Ray? That I take offense to.
She's going to trade up.
That's what happened.
So how many months did you bang this chick?
About 6 months.
Nice.
When did you fall in love?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, you guys weren't living together, were you?
No.
How many months did
In
you...
a dorm.
Was she great naked?
Yeah.
When did you fall in love? What did it? You know, because you were just there for the candy at first.
I don't know. I haven't had very many serious relationships, so you know how you get out. You just stop thinking rationally.
Yeah. Well, it's such great poontang. You're like, you know
That's
what?
what happened.
I can't think straight.
She blew his mind.
Yeah. And did you feel horrible when, like, an 18-year-old, like you're in your 20s, you're working professionally in New York?
It's kind of a blow to the ego, yeah.
It is. It's like, you know, hey, you have to like me. You went vagina crazy.
She blew his mind. She got him.
Happens to the best of us.
Hey, it was happy. It was a good time.
Well, why are you so bitter now?
I'm not bitter.
He wants more.
He's bitter.
Moving on.
Wants to go back to the honey pot.
Hey, just, you know, enjoy the... Thanks for the memories.
How did she dump you, by the way? Email?
Phone.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, that's how the relationship started.
Yeah.
She called in on the request line.
Good point.
I'd like to request you not call me anymore. But Dave, tell him what happened the first night. Remember, you thought she was missing or something?
Yeah, she didn't show up. She'd never blow me off. She'd never blown me off, and she completely didn't show up one night. We had plans, and I freaked out because, you know, I think rationally as a grown-up, and it's friggin' New York City. She could be killed. She could be murdered.
Right.
Or hit by a cab.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a phone call. And I'm, like, talking to her roommates. I got her roommates as worried as I was. It's stupid. She was just being stupid.
Right. I mean, at that age, you have to put them on a milk carton. They disappear.
She was being a teenager.
Yeah. My daughter's 19. I think about it.
What was her name? No.
Yeah, what if my daughter was it?
Yeah, that would be a weird twist of irony.
No.
And you know, with your look, you would have been the #1 suspect if that chick
Oh,
disappears.
yeah, you better find her.
Yeah, you better. Parents find out what's going on. Were you her first?
No.
I experienced.
She played around.
Yeah.
And she wasn't your first, was she?
No, what are you kidding?
I don't know. He said he wasn't that
I'm friggin' 27.
Whatever.
So
which DJ was her first?
You know she was on other request lines with other stations.
She called
Jim Kerr?
Cubby Bryant.
Cubby Bryant. Scott Shannon.
When's the next vacation so I can go into hiding?
Harry Harrison?
She was hanging with the guys at Hot 97.
Scott Muni.
Come here, you little white bitch.
Dr. Dre and Ed Lover.
Yeah.
What's that guy you used to listen to it on Saturday nights? Jam.
Fleck. Jam Master Fleck.
Fleck.
Come here, my little baby. My baby doll.
Paco, KTU.
Barry Farber had it for, come here, I'm going to speak Greek and French to you. I can speak 7 languages, my darling.
Yeah, you lost her to Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, Rush Limbaugh banged her.
I remember the first guy I banged came up to me and said, I am BB.
Yeah, it's got to hurt, huh, man? Losing that young poontang, man.
She probably started off with local stations, which worked her way up to New York.
I'll be banging some new guy now.
Time for that first break.
Think about how beautiful she is and young, and you used to get it, and now she's giving it to some other dude.
You know what? Had it. Been there. Done that.
Whatever, yeah.
F her.
Yeah, you wish.
F you while I'm at it.
F the world. Did you make her orgasm?
Sure.
You rocked her universe?
Uh-huh.
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah. At 27, you better be able to rock us some 18-year-old universe.
Why'd she leave if she was so rocked?
Dude, you want to know reality? And I'm being honest here. When I banged the 21-year-old, I did it so fast, like a jackrabbit, that it was so humiliating, because here I am. I was in my 40s. And I'm like...
You couldn't control yourself.
I couldn't. I was like, holy mackerel. It doesn't get any better with age.
That's funny.
I'm like, you know, she's probably like, gee, I thought you'd be good.
Yeah, I was like with an older man for
So did I.
I heard
longevity.
if I'm going to put up with your saggy skin, I thought maybe you'd be able to go for a while.
So, Dave, just what was her explanation for
how did
breaking
she
up?
do it?
I know, well, it was on the phone, but what was the reason?
I don't know, because we had talked for like 3 hours the night before, you know, in person, trying to talk about all this stuff. But
there were problems on the horizon?
Who cares?
What were the problems?
She was 18.
That was the problem.
No, come on. What did she say your problems were? What she didn't love?
Yeah, what were you doing wrong? It's just not working out.
Yeah, it's, you know...
I need
It's too serious, it's too intense, that kind of stuff.
I need a white guy.
You know, these are weird times.
Be honest. How many gifts did you buy this chick?
Not too many.
What gifts did you buy?
I don't know. Well, we went to Florida. That was for Christmas, trip to Miami Beach.
Wow.
And her parents never met you?
No.
Roses are red.
Wouldn't take you home.
Violets are blue.
Got her flowers a couple times.
You look like Osama, and now you're through.
I'm over you.
Ever here at the station?
No.
Should have.
Did you bring her up to watch you do
late
your
in the
magic?
so-called career to do that.
Right.
Did he bring her up here to watch him do his magic?
Did you bring her by to do your radio shifts?
Yeah, she's here a couple times.
Did you let her pull some records for you? And
Watch the board.
did you? You did, you son of a bitch.
Is the torture done yet?
You let her pull out some DVDs for you?
DVDs?
Whatever those are, CDs? I don't know.
Sweetheart, get that puddle of mud over there.
Yeah.
You know what he did? He let her push the button and put it on the air.
No doubt.
You know what?
No doubt.
You know what he probably did? He probably was like, you push this button, and it starts the record.
That's right.
Yep.
I'll let you do it. Did you? Come on.
I'm not that
Dave,
big a tool.
That's the move that I've used that move. Come on, just push the button.
had
I actually
to do
didn't.
it.
No, she'd be there, but...
Did you ever let her come in and dump Howard a couple of times?
Hey, want to censor Howard?
You done?
Honey, I bought you another watch.
If he starts to talk about farting in a graphic way, hit this button. I'll be right back. All right, we tortured you enough. You go back there and hit your button.
All right.
I can do this for another hour.
I know. I still don't feel like he talked to us the way he talks in the smoke room.
No.
No, he does. He came clean.
We're going to, you must know more stuff. Hey, I got to take a break, though. It's already been 40 minutes and we haven't taken a break. Okay, we'll be back right after these words.